Alright, so the way that we're going to be making this work is through the use of MK links. And we're going to basically create an MK link for our save Mindustry folder so that whenever the game tries to save to this directory here, it's actually going to save through the use of Dropbox. It's actually going to create a save in the Dropbox that's going to contain all of our save data. And then our phone is going to pick up this data here, and it's going to also play the same kind of game and the same kind of save file through this folder here. So the way that we want to get this started is we're going to want to back up our saves. That's pretty much given for any kind of new thing that we're going to do here. So let's create a new folder. Let's call this one Save 1. We're going to take the current save data. By the way, you won't see this little arrow here, and you won't see these as well. But go ahead and take this whole entire folder here and put it right into your saves folder, or your new one that you created. And then once you have that created, go ahead and delete that. I'm not going to delete that because I already have the MK link set up and I kind of don't want to touch it. But go ahead and take your, once you have your saves folder here, go ahead and delete that folder, and then we're going to create a new directory here, and we're also going to call it saves. Kind of a little bit confusing, but basically just back up your saves, delete this folder, make this directory, and go ahead and copy that. So once we're in command prompt, cmd, you know how to do that, go ahead and run that as administrator, and then we're going to type in our command mklink, and then we're going to do /d, which is kind of like the default or directory symbolic link, and then we're going to put in our first directory. Now because I have a space in here, I'm going to have to create quotation marks. For some reason the code just doesn't like having spaces there. And then we're going to go into our Dropbox, and then we're going to create a saves folder here, and then we're going to go ahead and copy that. Now, of course, when you create the save file or the saves folder on your Dropbox, it won't contain all of this. It already has it, so I just don't really want to mess with it. But go ahead and go back into there and go ahead and paste that in there. So once you have this in here, you should be able to just press enter, and it should create the symbolic link. Of course, you need to be running as administrator here, and I think I mentioned it already, but I just wanted to make sure that this folder does need to be deleted here, and then the MK link should run just fine. Alright, and then what you want to do on your phone itself is you want to download 3 applications, of course the game itself, in the Dropbox, and then drop sync as well. Go ahead and set up your Dropbox how you did on your computer, so that's linked to the same account. You should be able to see your Mindustry saves on that Dropbox, and then you can download any kind of application for the drop sync. But I just used drop sync and it worked pretty well, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this. So what you want to do is you want to navigate over here to the sync folder, and I like to enable the auto sync here. But what you want to do is you'll want to basically kind of do an MK link similar to how you did here, but this one automatically connects to your Dropbox, so it's easier to do that way. So as you can see, I've already selected the save file in my Dropbox folder, and then you'll want to locate the game storage on your phone. So what I did is go through this route here, and let's see. You'll have to find it on your phone. It's kind of difficult. I'm not really too familiar as well with phones too. But once you navigate to that game folder, you'll be able to set it to that, and then you can save it. And then whenever you make game progress on your phone, it'll automatically save it to the Dropbox. One other limitation that I just kind of wanted to go over about this is because these save folders are saved between both computer and mobile, some of the settings here are saved in the same way. So like if you're trying to change the UI scale on your computer, it'll also apply those changes on your phone as well. Same thing with like refresh rate and graphics and just general things like that. I don't really care because it doesn't really seem to affect me too much, but sometimes like your UI might be bigger on your phone, whereas it's correct on your computer. That's just kind of like the way that the MK link works. You can probably go in here and deselect these, but that sounds like a lot of freaking work and a lot of MK links. To be honest, I'm fine with the way that the settings are, both on my computer and my phone, but I thought I'd just mention that limitation.